So I'm sharing a screen. Okay, let's start doing the question. Question number 1. As you already read about it or studied about it and have done lots of questions, so start doing. And if you have any type of doubts regarding the question, let me know. I will explain it to you. Okay. First question. Study the figures given below. Identify the type of interaction. You already studied about the type of interaction, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then please answer me in chat box one by one. Heshma.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you solve this question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Ifra, very good. Another answer. Very good, Atif. Mamuna. B option, very good. Heshma, B. Atif, Ifra, Mamuna, Heshma. Abdul, what about you? Abdul and Minashi? Abdul, A option. That is wrong answer. No problem, I will explain it. Minashi, what about you? Okay, let's say I'm going to explain it. Option A, Minashi, you are also wrong. Basically, here is a molecule, second molecule, and third molecule. Basically, you can see it is a charged molecule. It is a charged molecule. From where I can thickness. It is a charged molecule. Charged molecule, that is also called dipole. So how we get this? This is charged molecule. Here it is delta positive and here it is delta negative. That represents charge, positively charged, negatively charged. That means charged molecule. And charged molecules are also called dipole. So this is dipole and this is also dipole and this is also dipole. So the interaction between them is dipole-dipole. So answer B is correct. Is that clear? Surat?
Yes, sir.
Salman? Okay. If you have still any doubt or query about this question, please ask me. If you are going for this option, what is dipole-induced dipole? Basically, this stands for dipole. Dipole means charged molecule. That is just, let's say, HCl. And how charge comes is only because of electronegativity difference. Do you know or do you all know what is electronegativity? Mamuna, Atif, Ifra, Hishma?
Sorry, sir, can you repeat?
I'm asking what is electronegativity? Can you define or can you explain it? What is electronegativity?
The tendency of an atom to accept electron.
Except electron. That is not electronegativity. Electronegativity is tendency of an element which attract or withdraw the bonded electron. Here is the bond, and here hydrogen's electron, and here is chlorine's electron. Chlorine is more electronegative. That's why chlorine attracts the electron of hydrogen, withdraw that electron of hydrogen towards itself. So slightly it displaces the electrons, the hydrogen's electron, the electron of hydrogen slightly displaced towards chlorine. That's why chlorine has charge delta negative. As you know that whenever an element gain electron, if one one electron will be gained, then it is -1, and if one electron will be lost lose, it will be +1. If two electron will be gained, that is -2. If two electron will be lost, that will be +2. And here it is slightly displaced towards chlorine. That's why the charge is small, that is delta negative, and here it is delta positive. So I am discussing the option A, which is dipole induced dipole. Basically here what happens, HCl is a dipole, and nearby HCl a non-polar molecule is present. Non-polar molecule, do you know? Non-polar molecule is a molecule which has no charge, That means the molecules like Cl2, N2, O2, F2, H2, it's all non-polar. Why this is non-polar? Because see, the bond between H2 is like HH, and the electronegativity difference between these two elements are 0. These two atoms are 0 because electronegativity of hydrogen will be equal to electronegativity of hydrogen. So when the right side of hydrogen will withdraw electron from the left side of hydrogen with the same force, they have the same force in opposite direction. Here it will attract right on the right hand side, and here the left one will attract towards itself. So it will be cancelled and it will be non-polar. So see here, dipole induced dipole. What does it mean? There will be a dipole or polar charged polar molecule, and here it will be a non-polar molecule. And what happens is that, let me change the color. Chlorine has delta negative charge and hydrogen has delta positive charge, and this chlorine will induce charge on this chlorine opposite to this charge. That will be delta negative, delta positive, and here it will be delta negative. This type of interaction is called dipole induced dipole. Basically, a charged molecule induced or produce charge in a uncharged body. As you know that you get it, Salman, Atif, Ifra, option A.
Yes, sir. Yes.
But for this question, the option B is correct. I just explained about what is dipole induced dipole. As you know that I'm changing the slide. Done with this slide, Mamuna?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just want to explain that you know that when a wire, electric wire with a very high voltage, it is electric wire and it is on, that means electric wire is high voltage, that means charge is very high. And when a bird or anything comes nearer it, not touch it, that is, the bird is conductor, but it is uncharged. So why bird comes and what happens is that the bird feels electric shock. Why does it happen? Because here is a lot of charge traveling through the wire and it is charged, and this charge basically induce charge in the bird's body opposite to the charge of the wire, and thus and then attract it towards itself, and this bird gets shocked. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So basically it is the same example. It is an example for this to understand. Here it is a charged molecule, here it is uncharged molecule. So this charged molecule induce charge in the uncharged body opposite to this charged and then attract it. This interaction is called dipole induced dipole. Okay, come to the next question. Please answer this question. Question number 2. What is the relationship between thermal energy and intermolecular energy of a substance in 3 states in terms of X and Y? It's very easy. Very good, Atif. Mamuna, very good. Ifra, very good. Ishma, Surat, very good. Who hasn't given answer till it? Abdul, very good. Minashi, very good. Omar, am I audible to you? Can you answer this? Okay, you can see that it's very easy question. Here, gas, liquid, and solid predominant. That what does it represent? You know that here is thermal energy and other is intermolecular interaction. Intermolecular interaction is very high in solid. So X is basically intermolecular interaction, and just remember thermal energy is very high in gas. So Y is thermal energy and option C is correct. Okay, moving to the next question. So here is the next question related to graph. Should I start explaining it or are you solving it? Mamuna, Atif, Ifra, Hishma.
Solving, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Omer. Okay, your computer is very lagging, no problem. But try to answer me in chat box. Very bad, Ifra. Option C. Very good, Surat. Minasi, the wrong answer. Okay, Ifra, good. Atif, very good. Hishma, C. Oh, very good. Abdul, Mamuna, very good. Safwan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the question. You have studied states of matter, gaseous state.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so just solve it and answer me in chat box. And if
Okay,
you are
sir.
unable to solve it, then let me know. I'll explain each and every graph.
Yeah, sir. Okay.
Okay, thank you. How many students given the answer? Abdul. Okay, very good, Abdul. Okay, it's too easy because it's on a first thing is that it's a graph, and it is already written that it's Boyle's law, and the relation is also given. Is this correct? The fourth graph, Mamuna?
Yes.
Okay. Safwan, if you are done, then let me know, because everyone is done with this question. Safwan,
1 second, sir.
okay. Very good, Omer. Very good. That means option C. Okay. Moving to the next question. The relationship between various variables of gaseous substance. Sorry. given along with their formula mark the incorrect relationship. Who is this? Option A. Don't be in a hurry. Okay. Please make sure your accuracy should be 100%. Okay, Ifra?
Okay, sir.
Yes. Because it will give you negative marking. Atif, please again check your answer. Mamuna, I think you are right. Safwan, very good. Very good. Now see here, if you will look at option A, that is given m equals to dRT upon P, and density D equals to basically molar mass into pressure upon RT. This is the formula. So we can easily write this. So this option is correct. But then basically from your ideal gas equation, we derived a formula in terms of density. And this density is important because density here shows directly proportional to pressure. So density equals to basically Madhya Pradesh upon Rajasthan. You can read it, remember it like this, or you can MP upon RT. M is for molar mass, P is for pressure, R is ideal gas constant, T is temperature. Here universal gas constant, it is talking about universal gas constant. You already know that PV equals to nRT, and you can check the value of R will be PV upon T. Sorry, PV upon NT. That means B is also correct. We need to find the incorrect one. We need to find the incorrect one. This is very important. Whenever correct or incorrect will be asked, then just highlight it. Okay. Most of the people do wrong. Now come to this C. C is basically P1 V1 upon P1 V1 equals to P2 V2 according to Boyle's law, and you can find it V2 will be P1 V1 upon P2. But what is the relation here given is P2 V1 upon P1. This is wrong. So this is the required answer according to the question. This is the incorrect statement. This is the incorrect statement. And here you can see volume and temperature. You know that volume temperature relation is given by Charles law, and there you found a relation V1 upon T1. V1 upon T1 equals to V2 upon T2, and from here you can calculate V2. V2 will be equal to V1 T2 upon T1, and here what it is given V1 T2 upon T1, that means it is also correct. So the answer will be our C, this one. A, B and D are correct option, not D. Surat, the incorrect statement we have to find out. So the incorrect statement is basically C. Ifra, Surat, Abdul, got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Surat, what about you? Abdul? Okay, thank you. So can I move to the next question? Or you are noting it? If you are writing it down, then let me know. If you're done with this question, let me know, please. Thank you. Thank you. Moving to the next question. If anyone writing, let me know. Yes, but why? Maybe we will be done with the questions. Okay, you have to go out. Okay. Maybe in 30 minutes or 40 minutes, we will be done with these questions. Okay, next question. For an ideal gas, number of moles per liter in terms of its pressure, temperature, and gas constant, that is R. Please answer me. Very good, Efra. Any other answer? Very good, Surat. Atif, nice. Mamuna, very good. 4 students have given the answer. Waiting for the remaining 5. Safwan, very good. It's 5 total now. 4 is still left. Mamuna, Atif, Ifra, Surat, and Safwan. Now it's time for 5B. Okay, very good, Minashi. Abdul, Wahid, Hishma, and Omer. Abdul and Hishma, I'm waiting for your answers. Should I start explaining it? Omer, you just need to write the option. If your system is lagging, you should write only or the option, not the answer. Very good. Muhammad, Abdul, it's a wrong answer. Okay, waiting for Hishma. Hishma, what about you?
I've sent it.
Okay, sorry. Minashi, have you given the answer? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, Abdul, just focus here that in terms of pressure, temperature, gas constant, there is a formula we have known as ideal gas constant, ideal gas equation PV equals to nRT. Now, according to the question, we need to find the value of, I'm highlighting it, number of moles per liter. Number of moles per liter, that means it is simple. That means number of moles upon volume. We need to find the value of this because this is number of moles and volume we will take at 1 liter and the value will be wait a minute, I am going to simplify it and then I will show you. You can write it like this: P is equal to nRT upon V, and here it is in multiplication, then it will be P upon RT equals to N upon V. And according to the question, you can see the volume is in liters, so you can put 1 liter. So here will be the value will be P upon RT, number of moles per liter. So answer will be B. Okay, Abdul, can I move to the next question, please? Okay, thank you. Moving to the next question. It's NEET level, but it's too easy also. First, read the question carefully. and point out what is given and what it is asked, and which formula you have to apply, uh, which law is useful for this formula, and let me know the answer. Okay, are you solving it or I should explain it?
Sir,
Minash.
solving.
We are solving
Okay,
it.
thank you. Take your time. Please solve it. So B option. Safwan, is this B option for question number 6? This was also B, na? That's why it's confusing. Who has given the answer? Okay, yes, Safwan, you have also given. Omer, very good. 15 bar. Ifra, very good. Mamuna, is it your options B?
Yes, sir. 15 bar. I wrote.
Very good, very good. Okay. Hishma,
Yes, sir.
Atif, what is your answer, Hishma?
Sir,
Suraj,
one.
okay, take your time. Suraj, very good. If anyone unable to solve this question, let me know. I will explain it. I'm here to explain it. Very good, Abdul. Hishma, very good. Everyone done with this question? Atif? Okay, very good. Moving to the next question. If anyone has doubt in this, let ask me, please. Okay, so here it will be 15 bar, and basically I'm telling you that N2 is given 7 gram and argon is 8 gram. Total pressure is given, that is 27 bar. Partial pressure of N2 is to be calculated. So you know the formula, partial pressure of any gas will be equal to total pressure into mole fraction of N2. And here it is mole fraction, you can easily calculate mole fraction of N2, that will be equal to number of moles of N2 divided by number of moles of N2 plus number of moles of argon. Basically mole fraction is, whenever mole fraction is to calculate, you need to whatever whoever the mole fraction like N2 or argon, that mole that number of moles will be in numerator and total number of moles will be in denominator, and just you can put the value and you will get the answer. Partial pressure of N2, that will be equal to 15 bar. Very good. Moving to the next question. This. Ifra, basically this question is from real gas equation, and you haven't studied it till, but try it. It's too easy.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. But Mamuna, Hishma, Minashi, Abdul, Surat, Atif, Omer, Safwan, you already completed this chapter, na? Except Ifra, everyone completed this chapter. Please do reply.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. So you can do it easily. Given van der Waals constant for NH3H2O2, van der Waals constant values is given of these four gases. Which one of the following gases is most easily liquefied? There is a concept in states of matter, the van der Waals constant, which have very high values, will be liquefied easily, and van der Waals constant of NH3 is larger than any of these four gases. So the answer will be A. Very good, Mamuna, Safwan. So it's easy. The basically van der Waals gas equation or real gas equation, van der Waals gas equation, or you can call it real gas equation, real gas equation. Basically, I'm first writing here ideal gas equation, ideal gas equation. You know that ideal gas equation is PV equals to nRT, PV equals to nRT, but van der Waals or real gas equation is basically P plus AN square upon V square into V minus NB, that will be equal to nRT. So here two terms extra comes, A and B. This is van der Waals gas constant. And if the value of van der Waals gas constant is high, that gas will be easily liquefied. Is that clear, Efra?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Mamuna, Minashi, Hishma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I change the slide? Omer and Abdul. Okay, thank you. Moving to the next question. Very good, Atif. Very good, Omer. So are you guys using calculator, Atif and Omer? No, it's very bad. You should not use calculator, as you cannot use calculator in examination hall. It will slow down your calculation speed. So try to avoid it. Yeah, that's good. You don't use normally. Very good, Safwan. Try to calculate with pen and, and paper or in mind. That will be useful. Efra, Atif, Minashi. Mamuna, very good. Efra, very good. And who has all given answer? Minashi, no, not Minashi. Is it you that is called B? B is wrong answer. Surat. Please write the option with question number, so I will not be confused. Surat, are you done with the question? Very good. You can easily apply what is the density of N2 gas at 27 degrees centigrade and 5 atm pressure. R is given. I already told you that this is PV equals to nRT, and in terms of ideal gas equation, there is a formula of density, Madhya Pradesh upon Rajasthan, or you can call it MP upon RT. So I am using this formula MP upon RT. So molar mass of N2, that is 28, pressure is 5 atm, R is 0.0821, that is given, and here temperature is 227 degrees centigrade, for which we can easily convert it into Kelvin, and it will be 500 Kelvin, right, Nefra?
Yes, sir.
And after solving it, you will get this 3.41 gram per ml. This is 3.41, sorry. Can you change the slide, Abdul? Abdul, are you done with the question? Okay, thank you. So here is a question which is very easy. If you have studied real gas, so you can easily tell me that van der Waals real gas can act as ideal gas at which condition? This is very easy. It's a theoretical question. Whenever you need to make real gas into ideal gas, so what conditions we are what condition will be for this? Hishma, very good. Very good, Minashi. Very good, Mamuna. Atif, Abdul, Omer, Safwan. Very good, Atif. Very good. So there are two types of gases. One is ideal gas and another is real gas. So for ideal gas, we have KTG, basically kinetic theory of gases, in which assumptions are made and a equation is derived for ideal gas. And basically in our never only real gas exists. Okay, only real gas exists. So to follow this equation, how we convert real gas into ideal gas, that condition is temperature should be high, and pressure should be low. So we can easily convert or act real gas into ideal gas by rising temperature and lowering pressure. Answer A, option A is right. Okay, Ifra?
Okay, sir.
Okay, I'm changing the slide. Everyone done with this? Omer. Okay. Okay, Surat. Thank you. Abdul, can I change the slide? Are you done with the slide? This slide. Okay. Moving to the next question. This one. It's very easy. Correct gas equation is what? Atif, very good. Safwan, are you question is it B or answering it as B? Very good. Ifra, Omer, Safwan, very good. And Atif. Ifra, instead of writing B option, just write the question number 10, Q10, then B.
Okay.
Okay. Mamuna. Okay, thank you. Minashi. Surat. Very good. Hishma, very good. Omer, have you given the answer? Abdul. Yes, thank you. So whenever you see this type of question, basically it is a combined gas equation. Combined gas equation. And also known as a state of equation, and also known as a state of equation. What it is, basically P1 V1 upon T1 equals to P2 V2 upon T2. Now just modify it according to the situation. Like everyone is calling B, then just you can write it P1 V1 upon P2 V2. That will be equal to T1 upon T2. Yes, that's the right answer. Correct gas equation. It cannot be this, it cannot be this, it cannot be this. The only option left is B. So right answer is B. Can I change the slide, Abdul? Omer. Okay, changing the slide. Thank you. So moving to the JE part, level 2. So if you have done a real gas equation very nicely, then you can easily solve these questions. Please read it carefully and answer it. Option C is wrong answer. Very good, Atif. It's B. Hishma B. Mamuna B. Any other answer? Omer B. Atif Abdul B. So you already did this question or the first time you are solving it? Safwan B. Surat. Oh, what is it? $11B. Okay, see here. A basically represents force of attraction. A represents force of attraction and B represent and basically A is force of, if force of attraction is more, then volume will be less or more. Force of attraction between gaseous molecules are more, then the volume will be more or less, Ifra?
Sir, less. Sir,
Less.
less.
So we can write it, this is direct, A, the value of A is directly proportional to force of attraction and A is inversely proportional to volume occupied. And for B, you can say that B is inversely proportional to force of attraction and B is directly proportional to volume occupied. Basically, B is correct term used for correction in volume. B is used for correction in volume. And A is used for correction in pressure. Correction in pressure. You know that ideal gas equation is PV is equal to nRT. And for this, you always see this P plus ANA square upon V square into V minus NB. B is for correction in volume and A is for correction in pressure. So you can easily see here, what you see is that value of A and value of C, just compare it. Value of A is more, that means just see the value of B of A and C of A, which the correct statement is, you can see that this value is lesser than this. Okay, so everyone's answer was B. Gas C will occupy more volume than gas A. You can see the value of A capital of this value is greater, that means volume will be lesser because A is inversely proportional to volume occupied or not, Ifra?
Yes, sir.
So the volume of C gas will occupy more volume than gas A, and here gas B will be more compressible than gas D. You can see B and D. The value of B is lesser, so it will be more compressible than D because the value of B of D is greater. That's why. So option B is the correct answer. Very good, all of you. Whoever give the correct answer, everyone. Okay, if you are done with this question, can we move to the next?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So next question is this. All right. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you are unable to solve it, let me know, please. Safwan, very good, but why? Okay, steepest slope. Steepest slope. Very good, Safwan. Anyone else? Hmm. We have only two questions left, Safwan. If you want to go, you can. If it's urgent, okay, you may go. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Anyone answer? Option A, Xenon. Thank you, sir. Okay. Who is option A? Omer, option A. Just see here. If you will read the question, at a given temperature T, neon, argon, xenon, and krypton are found to deviate from ideal gas behavior. That means you can, if you will arrange it in group 18, that will be equal to neon, argon, krypton, and then xenon. Last it is, and then radon are found to deviate from ideal gas behavior. Their equation state that P equals to RT upon V minus B at temperature T. And we can also write like this: PV minus B equals to RT. Okay, so here is the question. What it says: which gas will exhibit a steepest increase in the plot of Z versus compressibility factor versus basically pressure? We will plot a graph, and you can see that, no, wait, it is wrong here. Here it is B. I just cross multiplied it. P into V minus B is equal to RT, so PV minus PB equals to RT, and you can solve it like if PV is equal to RT plus PB, and now divide it by PV, now divide it by RT. If we will divide it by RT, it will be this, and RT 1, and this will be PB. And you know that Z is equal to PV upon RT. So I can easily write PV upon RT equals to Z, and Z equals to 1 upon, that equals to, I just forgot to wrote it. No, wait. If you are dividing both sides by RT, then it will be RT, and it will be PB upon RT. Now we need to plot a graph and find a relation. So you can see that z equals to 1 plus pb upon rt, and graph is like this. If I'm plotting a graph, wait, if I am plotting a graph here, z versus p, so I can easily write on y-axis it is on y-axis it is z, y is equal to c plus mx. This one is c, intercept, and this m is this m is slope. This m is slope. So we have a graph like this, and slope equals to minus b upon rt. Slope equals to minus sorry, not minus, because here is no minus, so it is minus, not minus, because it isn't minus. Slope equals to b upon rt. Okay, and you can see that slope is directly proportional to b, and b in terms of volume, b is in volume. And you can easily say that if I'm asking which among these of highest volume, which among these of highest volume, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, which have highest volume?
Sir, xenon.
Xenon. So if the volume is highest, then it will have a steepest graph, a steepest graph. So answer will be xenon. Okay, write it. If you are done with this question, let me know, please.
Done, sir.
Okay, Atif, Mamuna, Minashi.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Moving to the next question. Is there any doubt in this question? The volume, the elements which have more volume, that will have a steepest graph. Okay, question number 13. It is the same question as the first in the previous questions, which has graph. Very easy question. And what is the question number this? Okay, it is also too easy. Wait. Very good, Ifra. Very good, Surat. Any other answer? Mamuna, we have to calculate just which does not represent. Minashi, good. Atif, which does not represent is the question. Option C. Atif. Hishma, very good. Abdul, Omer. So you can easily say P inversely proportional to V. We have a relation according to Boyle's law. And graph comes like P versus V, then the graph will be like this. And if graph between P versus 1 by V, that is already inversely inverse. If we do inverse of inverse, then it will be straight. Then if you do inverse of inverse, then it will be directly, and the graph will be this. That means this is a straight. This is correct. And if you plot PV versus V or P, you know that from Boyle's law, PV equals to constant. This value is constant. That means it will be like this. And you can see that there is a difference. P versus V is looks like this. That is rectangular hyperbola. That is rectangular hyperbola. And here it is given like this. That means this is wrong, and this is from thermodynamics. This is also wrong. So which does not represent is the answer. B and D. B and D graph does not represent. Okay, everyone. Can I move to the next question?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Moving to the next question. Abdul, are you done with this slide? Okay, this question. Very good, Mamuna. No, it's not 500 degrees centigrade. Check it out. Very good, Omer. Omer, is it you? Yes, very good. Very good, Mamuna. Ifra?
Sir, B option.
Yes. Whenever questions come in terms of open vessel that represents P is constant as well as V is constant. And from ideal gas equation, we know that PV equals to nRT, and I can write NT equals to PV upon R. Here you can easily see that in open vessel, pressure is constant, volume is constant, R is constant. That means NT is constant. So here is a formula comes N1 T1 equals to N2 T2. According to the question, let's suppose initial number of moles is N. Initial number of moles is N. So final number of moles will be equal to N minus, you can read it until heated until 2/5 of the air is escaped. 2/5 of the air is escaped. That means initial whatever is the initial mole, its 2/5 is wait a minute, 25. I just wrote 25. 2/5 of this initial mole is escaped. So final moles left will be n minus 2n by 5. That will be equal to 3n by 5. That will be equal to 3n by 5. This value 3n by 5. You can also see that the number of moles n1, that is n, and T1 is 27 degrees centigrade. If you will convert it into Kelvin, it will be 300 Kelvin. And what is the value of N2, final number of moles? That is 3n by 5. And we need to calculate T2. So you can easily calculate it by n will be cancelled by n. So for the value of T2, it will be 300 into 5 divided by 3, and it will be cancelled by 100 times, and T2 will be 500 Kelvin. Okay, everyone. Ifra, you were
Yes, sir.
very good. Minashe, Omer, done. Mamuna has given the answer. Atif,
Yes, sir.
okay. So here your tutorial ends. Okay. If you have any query regarding these questions, you can ask me. And if you need this in PDF form, you can ask Nishkar sir.
No doubt, sir.
Okay, thank you for today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.